Hi everyone, my name is Homo and I am with Lisa.
Chef Arelisa, aka Big Mom.
And this is Behind the Line.
You with the camera.
No, just be like confident.
I'm always confident, babe. That you don't have to worry about.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today, Miss Homo?
I'm good.
All right.
So, we're rolling. I need you to be calm and, and
I would have been if you was on time. You should put all this in there, build our scene up. This should be like behind the scenes stuff so they get an idea of who I am.
really.
Yeah, good content.
So, why don't you tell us about how you started how you got into the industry or how you became a chef?
Oh, because how I became a chef and how I got into the industry is two different stories.
Oh, okay.
No, I got in the industry just from being a troublemaker, and what is this? Middle school going into high school. So in America, we have like these alternative schools. And like in alternative schools, you got tasks to do, like, some people may clean, some people may do, tutoring. They give you like little tasks to set you up for the real world. So one of the programs they have was culinary. And it was like the easy way out because all the other stuff at the time was just a little too much work for my attitude and everything.
Yeah.
So I seen culinary. Let's be here. It was the cookies culinary. It was the chocolate chip cookies. Rolling a little dough, cutting a little something. Putting stuff in little tin foils, a little cupcake here and there. So it was the sweet treats, and it was just a different relief. And it was this young a counselor. She really took me under her wing. I liked her style. And then when I got into high school, I initially wanted to do band, but my mother broke my heart. She didn't buy me my guitar. So, yeah, so, since I didn't have that guitar.
So if you got a guitar, you would have been
I
like
would have been a fucking artist.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
wow, that's a very big
Yeah, so
twist.
yeah, I'm very like adamant about the stuff that I want to need for my future. So since she didn't give me that guitar, my second best option was culinary. And at the time, the music class had closed and the culinary class had opened, and it was this teacher. Her name was Debbie DeLong. I still remember this lady to the day. When I graduated culinary school, I actually gave her a copy of my degree because I was like, without you, I would have never got this far.
Oh,
so
that's so nice.
Oh man, she was a blessing.
That's
she was
very nice.
the whole 4 years throughout my high school, from my freshman year to my senior year. She was just there supportively, taught me so much things, allowed me to grow, mess up. And if anybody really cooked, it's just like, let's forget the industry stuff. Let's
Yeah.
go back to cooking at home with your mother, and
Yeah.
you're in that pot. She's right behind you. You're doing your little mise en place, chopping, put it into the sauce for her, and just that feeling of mixing and stirring. And if you're a real chef and a real culinarian, you know what I'm saying. That feeling gets to you, mixing, and you're doing your little taste, your little seasonings. You think you're doing something. So from there, it just kept going. It was just that inspiration. Once I really started cooking and getting in the kitchen, people
It just
always,
kept on going.
like people always tell me, what's your favorite dish, or what do you like to cook? And I say, I don't have no favorite dish, nor I have nothing I particularly like to cook. I love the motion of cooking because liking something specifically limits yourself in this vast field.
Yeah, true.
So I always tell people it's the motion of cooking. It's taking a raw ingredient and then putting it to making something very fine and exquisite. And not only that, not even the finished product of the dish itself, but the finished product of like the whole environment when you put that dish on the table for the people and everyone is eating and they're laughing.
Yeah, it's the feeling.
Yeah, even when we're out and about, we're circling around food, like we're talking and stuff, and when that food hits the table and it's very vibrant and it's feeding the body, that feeds the mind, everybody's talking, everybody's going.
Just also making sure that whoever's eating is experiencing
everything,
that
they experience, right? So,
the
sometimes
emotions
you
that went
peep
through.
out, you see that?
You want to make sure that are all the emotions being felt.
Yeah, so that's you. And and essentially that notion right there is what I fell in love with.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is so nice.
That's why I told people I don't know if I could be a doctor. I think about other stuff from time to time, but
so have you thought about changing
Always. Sometimes you get the turn. I've been in this
Yeah.
industry a little over 12 years, you know,
Ooh.
starting in early 20s, going into the 30s, and I've been highs and lows. I done started.
Yeah.
In this industry, the title goes up and down, and so does the money. Everything fluctuates. So
Yeah.
sometimes you get discouraged. You'll put your all into something, and you know it's for you, but it does not reap the benefits the same way. And then you'll go somewhere lesser and take a step back, and you may have
Yeah.
everything you want. But in the culinary, it's two things. It's either like financially growth or personal growth.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Yeah.
you do get both, but it comes at
Yeah,
an ultimate cost.
True. And if you also have to, if you get both, you know, and you're basically lucky because most of the time you have to make a sacrifice, you know, and to ensure that, like, if you want money, then you obviously gonna try and get a job
you're
that's
gonna-
like higher paid.
Higher paying, absolutely. But if you want freedom and you want that joy, sometimes you do have to
Yeah.
step a little lower because,
Yeah.
unfortunately, at this current state where we're at in this industry in South Florida specifically, you're either gonna be a badass chef or you just gonna be a money maker, ass kisser, paper pusher. And then you could go to some hole in the walls, but like again, depends on the chef, what kind of chef you are, because we have all kind of chefs.
Yeah, I think also it adds on to, like, if you're in it for the, like, you just want to
What's
pay
your
the
final
bills.
goal?
Yeah, or if you're passionate and you actually want to do it.
Yeah.
Because if it's something you really, really want to do, a lot of the things are not going to get to you, or they're not going to, like,
No,
affect you as much. Although it will bring you down there and there, but it will be easy for you to get back up.
because you're all about the money. As long as the money doesn't stop, you don't care. But
Yeah.
if you're passionate and people are throwing dollars at you and you want to be a sous chef,
Yeah.
and you know you just stuck at that supervisor, it's not fulfilling to go in there and knowing you want more.
Yeah.
But then also in that sense is when people do get a chance to cross that line. It's not all about cooking at that point. Sometimes it's a little politics driven. And then you realize not only do you got to cook a dish, but you got to sacrifice a little passion and compromising, you know, to be seen a little bit more and to go a little bit more and a little farther. So in that essence, you do get discouraged because sometimes you're giving your all, but you realize, unfortunately, you need a little bit more than your all. You know, you
Yeah.
have a great dish, but are you a people person? Are you a roundabout? Can you get stuff done? Do you know how to micromanage? Can you discipline? There's a lot of roles that go into play, and sometimes for certain people, I think they just love the cooking aspect of cooking
Yeah.
with the high initiative, but without the authority
Yeah.
to back it. And that's where it gets scarce because I'm a friendly, bubbly person, and I don't like to watch people and stuff. I love to watch food.
So you just want to be seeing food on your face.
Yeah, I just want to see food. I want to be a working chef. Just, you know, give me some raw ingredients. Let me cook something nice
Yeah.
for you, and we could go from there.
Yeah.
All that other stuff behind the scene, I don't want. Just give me a nice chef jacket, a nice knife.
Yeah. Have you ever, like, seen yourself starting your own thing or having your own kitchen, you know?
Yes and no. That's a double-sided question. I do see myself being my own boss, but in a family setting. You know, I don't
Okay.
necessarily see myself having this, you know, restaurant and all that material stuff. I don't need all that to back me. I just need me, a pot and a pan, and a little place to cook. As in a private chef per se kind of figure, but not with all the, how do I say this, the structure of a job kind of private chef setting. Like, I just want to come meet you. Hey, come on, how you doing today? Hey, you know, Arelisa, I would love for someone just to come and cook us a good meal tonight.
Yeah.
And then I just come by and cook you a good meal. You know, we build relationships. Like, I always had this
Yeah.
idea of, like, building a restaurant, but at a family and calling it the site. Like, I just own a home with a big backyard, and then I just host dinner parties. It's
That's
nothing
nice.
too fancy, you know. It's just
Yeah.
a open invitation to come to an event and have an experience.
Yeah.
But not necessarily to run something to make money to you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I tell people, like, once you start to step outside of cooking and putting it back to it becomes a business, and you become a different workhorse, and then you don't see yourself the same because now you're looking for total profit.
True.
Because when I'm just cooking for you, I'm just cooking for you. The money comes, the ingredients come, we go. But now that it's a business, if you want this steak and I want to cook you this steak, I can't just cook it out of passion. I have to cook it
'cause,
like a
you wanna make
businesswoman.
money now.
I have to
Yeah.
make money now, so
Yeah.
baby. So now
So it kind of takes away the passion.
you understand what I'm saying? So now I have
Yeah.
to charge you. Now I have to set a fee for myself. And now I also have to hold myself to a different standard. Because when you're cooking for love and fun, it's different. You could drink a little wine.
Oh my
You could do a
gosh.
little sip. But when I'm professional, I need to come in here and get the job done. I need to come, I need to clean, I need to execute, I need to finish.
Wow.
You
That's a
understand?
that's a very like different aspect to look at it, you know.
Exactly.
I've never like thought of it in that way. Because a lot of the times people will be like, oh, you're a chef, you should open your own space and all that, you know, and usually.
And that's the gullible part of you. That's the chapter 1.
Yeah, you know, and even when you get into the industry, everybody sort of has this like expectation that, oh, okay, Lisa's gonna have her own restaurant one day and all that.
Oh, and then that's another thing. People expectations on what they perceive of you.
True.
So, cause even though they think you're a badass chef, and then they giving you this restaurant, they're like, "What's going on? Why you not doing what you were doing before?" And they don't realize it's no longer just cooking for love. Now I have to cook for financially. Now this has to make it. I have to get a profit. I have to push for it. And with business, just like the prices, I do have to raise it in order for me to eat.
Yeah.
Now, if I did this out of love and a charity somewhere, like I told you, I could host it once in a blue moon. I could go all out for you. I could do all
now
that.
I feel like you need to do that event.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Like when I first met the previous people, we used to do cookouts and stuff, and I come on and I just buy all the food and cook the whole day for them. I just ask them to come with a open heart and a open plate.
Okay.
But, yeah, I get it.
I like it.
Like I said, time in this industry starts to make you realize exactly what you want from the industry, because it's an umbrella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And up under that. For me, Chef Arelisa back at it with a new adventure, new endeavor. Look at, see what the fuck we got going on for today. Beautiful and everything, prosperity. Beautiful year, beautiful start. Don't let nothing hold you back, because you are your own enemy, my friend.
I was gonna ask you, obviously you work in a place where they bring in internationals and people from all over.
Oh yeah, a few of the places. I want to say this is my third job experience, this kind of international work.
Yeah. So how have you found that experience? Like, has there been any challenges of working with people from like other countries as an American?
No. I'm a Libra, right? So we're a balanced people. We're like also people pleaser people, right? In a sense. So the Libra in me has always been welcoming. Once again, that goes back to my first statement of what do you like to cook and what specific. I never limited myself to nothing in life, right? So I never limited nothing. This comes to new people, new experiences, dangerous challenges. This comes to anything. So I've always been welcoming. I always liked it to meet people. I liked it to meet their culture, their experience. Actually, it's been more rewarding, you know, if I actually could say, because I was able to find a home in a person from across the world. You understand what I'm saying? That's a black woman in America, American black woman. Imagine you meet a South African who have the same heartbeat, the same wisdom you have, and you don't even have to say nothing. This person pick up on this, and they're able to learn your culture, and you're able to immerse yourself in their culture, and it's just a beautiful blend of something that you never experienced. And not only just the culture, the ethnic, the resiliency, you know what I mean? Just the overall knowledge, the overall aura. You bring this into your energy, and now you're moving on a different pace. Now you're more enlightened by someone else's perspective of life that you may never got a chance to see, because once again, I'm an American. People are in American certain views and stuff that we see, and we don't idolize, but it's just more of indirect, direct connections. And more so you realize once you're American, you're like, some stuff here is said, but it's not actually said. It's unspoken, but it's very much known. So with that, I got a different way to look at people, look at life, look at race, and some stuff that I may have been hesitant or not so approachable or understood. Somebody else may say, hey, that's like this because of this. And I'm saying, whoa, okay. So that's the reason why they're doing this. Okay, I could have never even come to that assumption, but with you enlightening me like this, now I'm able to look at things different.
It's like learning about a culture without even going there. You know, most of the time you have to go and visit the place, and now it's like you have all the people come there and
of course. And I'm just still here. Imagine.
So you like,
I'm beautiful. Imagine I didn't even have to go across the world to meet someone from Ireland. I didn't have to go across the world to meet somebody from Argentina, meet somebody from South Africa, meet somebody from Nigeria. you know, meet somebody from Europe. We even got people from Dubai. We have, you know, it's in Jamaica, Bahamas. All these cultures are semi-influenced into another one. And that's a culinary. I get a chance to emerge in all these places. All these people over there go with a welcome now. Learn my food, learn my spirit, you know, learn my environment. And that's beautiful to me. Imagine we're suffering right now, sweetheart. This is 2026. Who would have told you 5 years ago that you would be let alone American making a podcast? Who would have told me? And I would be talking to a South African here about our future life perspective.
Yeah, that is so true.
You understand?
It's all about perspective.
Never limit yourself to something, because now you walk away and live in there, you on your way to be a dream. I'm going to see you on TV, and then you're going to say, I'm going to be your personal friend, you're going to be my personal friend. We're going to call each other, girl, you see me? Hey, I'm out of town now, but I'll come back in and we'll chop it up. Yeah, that's how you have to, in order to have a house, you got to start the foundation somewhere, right?
True. So you never find yourself, I know usually a lot of people would complain about like accents and I can hear what they say, how we pronounce some words, you know, it's not the same as like how Americans pronounce them.
I think some of the funny stuff, like with the people from England, when they used to call push cart Charlie, have you seen the Charlie? I see, bitch, ain't no Charlie there. That's a railroad, isn't it? That's a push cart.
Yeah, I know. I also had some funny moments.
Yeah,
it's amazing, and we just all laugh about it. And it's like
I can't even. Right now I can't even think. But some of the terminologies, like French fries, they be like chips. You have some chips. You find some chips. These are French fries, bitch, in America, okay? So no, it's funny, but even me myself, I'm a Southerner, so even people myself, they say, huh?
Yeah.
But it's vice versa to the South Africans. They meet me, they say, oh, what she said? She talking? I said, oh, I'm like, you know, I'm speaking a full sentence here. What's going on?
Oh no, I mean that part I understand why, because also I would have those moments where it's like every time you speak to an American, especially the one with like deep accents, you have to listen thoroughly. Like you have to listen.
And you know how it is, just go like, and I also think it's because you guys like pronunciate your words a lot more properly in America. I think in America and South, we use a lot of slang, so a lot of people will have conversations, but it's just like slang talking. Then when we meet you guys, proper, what are you asking me? I say, oh, go get that over there. Tell her, go get that over. She asking you to go get that item. Oh, okay. I said, Lord. But no, I like it. You know, I like it. It's
I
cute.
like it too. It's cute. It's really cute. It's a good balance, you know. It's just how we all come together.
Yeah.
And, like, mix
And once
everything.
again, I'm not someone I may, you know, go to a new job and say, you go get the Charlie for me. They say, what's that? I said, oh, where we come from, we call
Every
it
time
Charlie.
when I'm in the US and when I go back home, I always have to like transition because for instance, we don't say trash can, you know, we say dustbin. So I will get there and be like,
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I remember my mom the other day was like laughing at me because I was like, water. And then they're like, oh, now you're speaking water. It's water.
No, it's water.
It's water. So,
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
it's not water, it's water.
No, it's water, sweetheart.
That is so crazy.
No, it's just some of the smaller things, and it's just so big.
Yeah. But you see yourself like traveling and just going to.
Oh yeah. Well, my personal life. One thing about me, work hard, play hard. I believe in that, baby. Once again, I've been traveling too since I've been in the culinary.
Like where have you been so far? Like,
mostly I have been doing like the Caribbeans because obviously we stay in South Florida, so you know that's Jamaica, you know Aruba, what is this? Cozumel, Mexico, Maya, Mexico. Just the Caribbeans. In due times, when a few of my friends have their homes developed in Africa, I'll be going there to visit.
listen, it's beautiful.
To visit
You're
their
gonna be saying
homes.
water. Can I have some water?
I have some water. Anyway, but but yeah, no, I'm very good. And this is like, that's what I'm saying. To me, culinary is just one part of me, and it's a part of my life, but it's not all my life. All my life has to be a complete circle.
Yeah.
And same with opening people and opening experience like we do over in traveling. I believe, and this is just maybe because I stay in America. America is like built off of money and a rat race, but I believe you do have to go outside where you stay and just travel abroad. I believe in traveling abroad. You know, put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, put yourself in an environment that you're not familiar with, and allow the spirits and the energy to flow to you to feel connected.
I mean, that's what got me here actually, like where I'm at, you know, just taking the sacrifice I took when it was like 20 and packing my bags, and I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure, but this was right, and I did it, and my career just went crazy. Yeah, my CV is everywhere where I send it, they don't even waste time. They're like, when can we start? Okay, we need to do an interview first. Let's get to know each other.
I need to see what I'm working with.
Yes.
I am the prize.
Yeah. You know, and it feels good because like I put in the work, and I think it just goes on to everybody out there. It's like if you put yourself in uncomfortable spaces, eventually everything
will work out. Because let's be real. If you don't put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, you're always going to be comfortable. I know what's here in America. I know what's here right here. I know what's in Miami. I know what's in Delray, Boca. I know what's here. I don't know what's out there.
Sure.
I know what's going on right here, but I don't know what's going on out there.
Did you grow up here in Florida?
Yeah, in North Florida actually though. But yeah, Floridian my whole life. Man, people always ask me when I leave Florida. That's
now you like the heat is nice. I'm like, I'm sweating here. I'm melting. Yes. Oh, man, the chocolate in me is melting.
I got black on black on black on black. Now, I travel abroad. People always ask me why I leave Florida. Now that I don't know, but here, let me tell you why. Because Florida kind of gives me everything I'm looking for. It's so many different diverse people that come to Florida, like I just said. So it's hard to leave somewhere when people keep coming to where you want to go.
Like a vacation spot.
This is a vacation spot. And I don't know about other places where people stay, but in South Florida, we have cities that you're aware of. You can stay in Deerfield, go to Pompano, Delray. You can go, it's cities when in Deerfield, then there's counties. Just like you guys, but in South Africa, it's a continent, so you have province. We have counties. We have, anyways, you need to go abroad so you don't gotta necessarily stay. You could be born here, but you could go here. Like I'm born up north, but I came down south. Where I stayed, it was probably an 8-hour car drive away.
Oh my.
You know?
That's like the whole shit.
It is. Got push it to the limit.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? You can go far. I don't have to go too far, but I'm far enough. And I still get to experience new things. I'm still talking to a beautiful lady in the palm tree for a beautiful rubber. And it's I don't know about people. I'm skinny and cold. I never enjoyed the cold. I ain't never been a snow kind of girl. It's not me.
So you would never like go and
I do a little ski trip and a little snow angel, but that's about all you're gonna get out of me. After that, it's time to wrap it up. You know what I mean? Third night of the sniffles, I'm out. You know?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cut them. But I think we're just gonna wrap it up. Because I know.
No, we can go with you in the interview. You got more questions?
No, it's that quick. Okay. Trust me, I get this response with everybody. They're like, "Oh, we want to keep going." I'm like,
So next year you gonna do like a follow up, right? Your series got to be deeper than this for people to tune in.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to do like follow ups and stuff like that. Like how is it been, and all of that.
I think you should do a 2-part series then. Maybe you should release that one. Stop. Oh, I'm trying to.
Okay, last question.
I was a part-time comedian. That's what I don't know, sweetheart. Hello.
Oh my God.
Yeah, put that in there too. I want mine to be the highlight.
Trust me, everyone is gonna enjoy this one.
Yeah, don't edit me now, boo. I'm gonna comment. Don't edit me. Real and raw. That's what my episode should be called. Big Mama Chef Arelisa. All right, let's go to that question.
Okay, so what is like the one sentence you would tell somebody that's like looking to start out? It could be anybody. It could be young. It could be
in culinary.
In culinary.
Go back to school.
Do you want to elaborate a little bit more?
Do something else. Don't be no fool. This is a dummy's job. Be strong. All right, this is the whole statement. Keep going there. Make sure you tell everything. But seriously, I would tell somebody young or old the same thing I would tell myself. Put all your eggs in one basket and hold that bitch with two hands. Don't never let nobody trip you off your plan. That's real. Don't let somebody hold that bitch with two hands. Never let nobody trip you off your plan. Stand firm, stand tall. Because you was all you got. And that's all you need. That's real. I tell people, they say, you got two jobs. Oh, no. One, baby, and I hold that bitch firmly, tight, real. Yeah, man, put all your eggs in one basket and stand tall for who you are. Never let nobody knock you off your feet. Because God created you for a reason. You was pushed out to be. That's when I come back. I don't want to be seen saying that. Yeah, then put all your eggs in one basket and hold it for you. You know, people always tell you to be diverse, do that, do this, but a lot of people don't practice what they preach. You know, unfortunately, and that's another thing in the culinary. People tell you to leave a job just for you to be calling their ass, and they telling you, so always believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Like me, my whole life, I was never diverse. I never did two jobs. I never did more than one thing only. And that was just focus on myself and getting the maximum I can out of every opportunity. Every job that I ever worked, everything I ever did, I have worked like have you know, I worked in multiple positions. I have done multiple things. I never said, no, that's not my job. I never said, no, it's not in my vocabulary. No, I cannot, I can't. Those words will ultimately stop your success. Yeah. And be the very start
of your I know. Saying I know in the teaching just doesn't work.
It does not work. You know how many times I know something, but I see somebody else do it another way, and I just take their technique just because I feel like I've been doing it like this, and he just do that one little thing, and when nobody around, I'll do it one time. So I like it. Let me turn it to the side. You know, just like an executive chef, I like the recipe. Let me do a little 1, 2 to it. So yeah, but always.
All right, everybody. It brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys for Como. What's your last name? Maxine. Como Maxine. Is this your phone? I know behind the line.